Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Raylyn with Two Mama Budgets. I am a 27-year-old zero-based cash stuffer and budgeter. So pretty much I give all of my money a plan, and I use the cash envelope system in order to save for bills, save for special events, birthdays, Christmas. So if any of that is something that interests you and that you can relate to, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. It really helps out my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Today we're going to be going over some financial habits that I don't want to say implement, because I have been doing a lot of these already, but 5 financial habits that I plan to really track and monitor in the month of November. I don't know if that's the right word. This past month in October, I have gone through this whole self-transformation, not really a transformation yet, but starting to think about ways that I can better myself physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. Just want to be like an all-around the best version of myself. I know a lot of people are like waiting for the first of the year to start doing all of that fun stuff and sticking with their goals, and that's great. I love that for y'all. I really do. However, I like have this burst of energy and motivation to change my life right now. So I'm in that mindset where it's like, why wait? Like, what am I doing to myself by prolonging this process? Like, I have the motivation and the drive to do it now. So like, why push it out? So that's kind of where I'm at. But for this channel's purpose, which is mostly 100% financial, I thought it would be more appropriate if I did just the financial habits that I plan to follow through with in the month of November. So I have 5 habits that I'm going to go over with you. The first one is that I'm going to budget every single check. And I already do that now. If you've seen my videos before, like, you see that every check, I budget the check, I make a budget breakdown, go through it all, go through my envelopes with you. So that's not new. I guess I just want to continue doing that. And also I want to start making a monthly budget and seeing how well I follow through with that budget as well. So not only will I be budgeting for my paychecks, but I also will just be budgeting for the month as a whole. So I hope to be doing that coming soon, because November literally starts in like 3 days. Second habit that I want to do is I want to track my spending every single day. I'm the type of person that if I do not write it down, I'm gonna forget. And I've been using a lot of cash lately too, and I always lose receipts. So that's also going against me at this point. But by tracking like every night, like I sit down, I have my budget book. Like, these are all the expenses so far for October. I have it nice and color coordinated. It's very pleasing to the eye. Like, it's really easy to like see all the different categories and how much I'm spending on those. And it's really easy to add them up at the end of the month. So tracking my spending every single day, I feel like I'll have a better handle of my spending and seeing where all my money is going. I know some people like to just do it at the end of the week. They just write everything down at once and spend a big chunk of time. That is great. Again, I love that for y'all. For me, that's just not gonna work. So we're gonna be budgeting our checks. We're gonna be tracking our spending every single day. And I did actually pretty good in October. I have all of the transactions. The past couple of days have been kind of busy, so I actually haven't. There's some expenses that came out yesterday that I didn't write down. So I'll have to go through that again. But I did pretty good this month, and so I hope to be even better in the month of November. Okay, so the third habit that I plan on keeping track of, I want to start automating some savings. I'm going to start with like $5 into my Ally account. If you see my budget with me, I usually don't have a lot of extra money to put towards anything extra. So this is kind of going out of my comfort zone, but I think this is necessary, and it's good to have savings that's automated. I'm not even gonna really be seeing the money, so it won't be missed. It'll be going into my Ally savings account that I have, so it'll eventually be making interest for me, so it'll be making money for me, essentially. So I don't really see that causing a problem. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to start with $5 and see how that goes. And eventually, as I start making more money, then maybe I can automate it to be a little more than that. But I mean, $5, that's $10 a month, $120 a year. That's nothing, right? Compared to the grand scheme of things. So yeah, we're going to get that set up pretty soon. So hopefully I'll have it set up before my next check, which my next check will be the first week of November. So we'll get that set up, and I will start seeing my savings grow a little bit more in my Ally account. So number 4 is that I want to start using cash more. I do cash stuff my binders, so I usually do have cash. I have been getting in the habit of using my credit card and then just putting the cash in the envelope that pays my credit card, so then it gets paid off. And that's great. That is. I just get anxiety when I see that number grow, even though I know like I'm paying for it eventually, like I'll pay it back because I have the money. But just watching that like credit card number grow and grow and grow, it really stresses me out. And I used to be in like that whole mindset of when I use my credit card, I get points, and then those points can pay off the credit card later. And I don't think that's working for me anymore. I would just much rather not see that number grow at all, and if anything, shrink. And the amount of points that I get from the credit card, honestly, it's not worth it to me to keep using my credit card. So we're pausing. I want to pause using the credit card, trying to use cash as much as possible. Or even, I guess, debit, but I have to use debit because there's some bills that you have to pay online, and that's fine. But things that I don't need to pay online, like my gas, my groceries, eating out, any of like my spending going to like Walmart or whatever, those can all be done by using cash. So that is another goal for November, is to use cash as much as possible. I also am a firm believer that when you have cash and you physically see the cash leave your wallet or leave your hands, you're physically giving your money away, right? So psychologically, it's like doing something in your head where it's like, ooh, that hurt. Like they just took $20 from you. As opposed to swiping a piece of plastic that has no monetary value. I mean, you don't see it until you open your app and see the money's gone, but it still doesn't do like that whole like psychological change in your head that cash does when you give your cash away. I don't like that feeling. So I feel like if all I have is cash, I'm not gonna want to spend it. Let me know if you feel the same. It hurts. It hurts when I have to give away cash. I'll be paying for, because I save my rent, half of my rent from each of my checks. So usually I have cash and I go to this grocery store to get a money order and pay for the rent. And when I have the cash and I'm handing over all those hundreds, I was like, ooh, I don't want to give it away. Oh, it hurts so bad. But that's the psychological science to it. So, needless to say, that is the fourth habit. I will be using cash as much as I can. Now we're on to the fifth and final habit that I plan on implementing in November. And this is one that I've tried to do before and it just never sticks. But I've made some new parameters, so I'm hoping that maybe I can follow it now. But my fifth habit that I want to do is I want to read 30 minutes a week of some kind of financial content. Financial, or I don't want to say like self-help, but like growth kind of content. We'll just stick with financial content. So I'm giving myself 30 minutes per week. So that's less than 6 minutes a day. I've been trying to read the book Atomic Habits. I've been reading it for months and months and months and months, just because I don't read a lot, but I would like to. So I think that by reading more is going to help with my, obviously my vocabulary and just overall well-being as well. So I'm excited to get into that. I think my goal is to first finish the Atomic Habits book, and then maybe go into some Dave Ramsey content. I'm not sure. I don't fully agree with Dave Ramsey 100%, so I don't know if I'd want to read that content, but if you guys have any suggestions on any kind of financial content that I should read, or even a podcast, I'd love to hear your suggestions. I've never actually listened to a podcast, but I know like everybody listens to those. So okay, so to recap, we're going to be on our glow up journey, and some financial habits that we're going to be implementing in our daily lives in November is 1, making budgets and sticking to the budgets. That's important. Sticking to the budget. 2, tracking our spending daily. 3 was automating our savings. Then we're also going to use cash whenever possible, and then also start reading 30 minutes a week. So that is only 120 minutes a month. So 2 hours out of the entire month will be spent reading. Those are my 5 habits that I'm going to be on my journey with this month. I would love to hear if you guys have any other habits that you're planning on implementing in your November. I'm maybe doing a no spend. It kind of sounds fun to do a no spend during November, December, when it's supposed to be like the craziest and most hectic time of the year. I like it. I haven't decided yet, but it's a high possibility we're going to do a no spend November. So, all right. Well, that will wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It's kind of different content, but I mean, different's good, right? I hope I wasn't too fidgety. I keep catching myself like touching my hair and trying to touch my face. So hopefully I'm not too fidgety for you guys and you were able to enjoy this content. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.